What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, my God? We are back
What
live.
up,
What's going
Joey?
on with you playing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at you, double playing stuff, man. Come on,
Man,
man.
hey,
Act like a professional. Act like a professional. We're in front of people today, brother.
man, it's been a while since we've been in front of folks, ain't it?
Hey, man, we got to say whatever we want to say without no repercussions. Tonight, hey, we got to be on point. Oh, man. What's going on? We already got people in the chat. We actually can read the chat tonight, y'all. We excited. Welcome, y'all.
We can interact with you guys. Yeah.
Hey, well, welcome to another week of Let's Talk About It. We are happy to have you guys here watching us live. Major shout out to everybody who is in all the chats because we are looking at every single last one of them. But this week we have an amazing episode for you guys. We're going to talk about a few different things. Y'all know we had posted some topics that we're going to talk about today. Hopefully every time we shop talk, we talk too long. So hopefully today don't run too long, But we're gonna find out. But I know we had an episode, and I really wanted to send a shout out to Austin. Austin shouted us out on his top 5 YouTube playlist. If we're on someone else's YouTube playlist, man, shout us out too, man. We'll repost you and everything. But Austin tagged us, so it's super dope when we actually see people who follow us and actually say they support us and truly show us that they support us. So super dope. Shout out to you, Austin.
Shout out, Austin. Good job, dog. Appreciate you.
Hey, see, this is what happened, y'all. I don't know if y'all watch Nightcap, but I'm Shannon Sharp, man. He is an Ochoker. He's still trying to get his together. I need you to get your stuff together. Hey, but welcome back, man. As you know, I had some stuff I wanted to talk to you about, Jamal. You disappeared for us for a little while, man. What's been going on with you?
And after this episode, I'm gonna disappear again. Nah, man. I just wanted to disconnect from the whole bodybuilding world for a little bit. As you know, I'm still going through some things or whatnot. So, yeah, man, that was just my time I needed to myself, and I need more time to myself. But I felt obligated to hop back on social media for the past 2 days and just put out some content because I do have people, that are motivated and inspired by the content that I do put out. So, yeah, man. Like I said, after tonight, I'm gonna go back on my hole for a little while and deal with what I need to deal with.
Nah, we got one more episode. Should we go live for the grand finale? Because I think that's when things get reckless in the grand finale.
We should, because I got a lot to say on that one. It's gonna be our end of the season recap, and I just got a lot to get off my chest with that one. From jinky ass promoters to everything else, dog. So yeah. For sure.
Boy, you said jinky, so that mean they were really bad because it's janky. We haven't had an episode since you completed your last 2 shows. So let's get into that, man. You went out to, I think it was Houston, and did a show out in Houston. So tell us a little bit about I guess it was the DFAC championship or something like that.
Yeah, I went to the DFAC World Finals. Good show, man. Great people. I love the atmosphere. It was cool being around, new people, new judges, people that I'd never seen before. I did place second at that show. I didn't get the first place win. Shout out to Mario. He did place first. Great physique, man. He brung it, so shout out to him. And it was just cool seeing the other different countries that was there. I know Jamaica was there. If I'm not mistaken, Canada was there. Australia was there. And I think I'm missing 1 or 2. But it was a good show. And the one thing that I did like about that show, they had us do our routines first before we went into the judging. So that was a little bit different for me, but I liked it that way. And then another cool thing was, towards the end of prejudging, they called the competitors up one by one, and we had to hit our favorite pose, and the rest of the competitors had to mock the pose and hit it too. So that was different. I never seen that before, so that was pretty cool. And then with the bodybuilders, they did something a little different. So they would call one bodybuilder up, and that bodybuilder could call out anybody in that lineup to come up front and do kind of like a little pose down. So that was different, and that was cool to see too. I'm reading comments, though.
I was like, dang, like you just dropped off. So
no, I'm reading comments.
Now let's get messy. So if there was someone you had to call out for a specific pose, who would that person be and what pose you hit?
You asking me that, or somebody said that in the chat?
No, I'm asking you. Like, it's me and you right here. What we talking about?
Oh. If I had to call out anybody, like,
yeah. You can't say me.
Nah, I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't do that, because when you call out somebody in your head, you're already thinking you can beat that person. That's why you're calling them out. So yeah. I wouldn't do nobody like that, man.
All right, so we ain't gonna do it right here, but if it was part of the show, you would have to do it. So I'm gonna just let you slide. Like, we ain't gonna get messy.
Obviously, if it was during showtime, I would call out the weakest person. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. No, I think they had I seen something very similar to that in the old Olympia days, where it'll be a head-to-head battle between two bodybuilders. Like, it'll be a lineup, kind of similar to what you said. I'm pretty sure you go to YouTube and watch it, but I think it was back when Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler was competing at the same show. They were literally calling whoever won the shot had to go back to the lawn. So I think if that's what they're doing over there, man, I might have to put on some bodybuilding trunks and, go try it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's definitely it's different over there, and I say it's a good different. Shout out to Todd, if I'm not mistaken. I think Todd is the president, and then Michael, which me and him were just having a conversation literally about an hour ago. Michael, I think he's the vice president of the Onyx organization. So yeah, man, if anybody want to try something different and you're not afraid of traveling, going out to Texas, man, they heavy over there.
Okay. Let's see. All right. I got any questions? You got any questions over there?
Nah. Somebody just commented. It says it's not the organization; it'd be the promoter that make the organization look bad.
That's it. So what's our next thing on the docket? You listing them out. What's the next thing on the docket?
Man, let's go ahead and recap the Queen City. You was there. You had a pro card winner, so let's talk about it, dog.
Nah, but so as y'all know, I'm extremely biased. I come out and say it publicly. I am extremely biased for this show, just because I went pro at this show 8 years ago, and I actually been at this show every year since I went pro. I'm pretty sure I did everything at this show except expedite and head judge this show. Like, I helped just volunteer. I judged this show before. I've passed out trophies. I coached at this show. So it's just one of those shows that I just genuinely love as a person, not only just because of the show, but the people behind the show. Will Carter, shout out to Todd. Both of them run an amazing event every year, and it has grown every year. And I think this year was the biggest year they had. So just even with that being said, it just shows that when the right people are behind the show, it continues to grow. Everything was amazing from the way it was ran. I know they had a live stream. The crowd, the audience was packed out. Like, it was pretty crazy. And I kind of even I like when people play with different formats, because, sometimes when we do segments, people get up, leave, and then one category may be completely empty. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really get that same crowd or that same atmosphere as when they would if they went back-to-back divisions. So, like, what they did here was they did bodybuilding classic, men's physique debut, novice, so forth. So it kind of kept everybody in there. So therefore, it's like the whole auditorium is full for every overall. The whole auditorium is full for every category. So I kind of like that. But then you also know the downside of that is you just can't leave after you get done. Everybody's kind of leaving at the same time. So, I mean, for an amateur show, I definitely feel like that's kind of dope. Even for a pro show, potentially, like if the pros are only going first in those 3 categories, you still get out of there at a decent hour. I think a few pro shows does that as well. But yeah, even the new backdrops they had, like, I feel like those promoters that choose to continue to improve every year, whether it's a backdrop, whether it's something that they change up, whether it's the trophies, um, anything, you know what I mean? Just trying to improve every year and give that experience. But I'm gonna quit being biased now. So, but let's shout out the winners. So we had a few winners. I wrote down their names right here. I can't prepare tonight, bro. We ain't been prepared in a long time. But shout out to JT. I know him personally. He trains here locally. Personal trainer, bodybuilding. I think he's been trying for his pro card for a little while now, and he finally got it. And I mean, he looked absolutely phenomenal. He was diced, peeled, and he just showed up that day, basically almost undeniable. Like they couldn't deny him. Shout out to Desmond. He won men's physique. I think I saw the men's physique lineup. I think there were probably about 16, 17 guys. So pretty big lineup, really good guys in that lineup. So him pulling that out, no small feat. For some reason, these December shows be heavy too, bro. Like competition be in these December shows. I used to think that people just stop right before those November and December shows. I know I do. But for people to, compete past those holidays, man, that's super dope. Shout out to, I'm going to butcher your name. I apologize in advance. Maglena. She did Battle of Unrivaled, and I think you shot one of her videos at Battle of Unrivaled. But she won wellness. She looked phenomenal as well. That's just the battle of persistence right there. Like earlier in November, you miss your pro card, and then you continue to prep through the holidays, and you win your pro card right before Christmas. So, shout out to you.
To be fair, it wasn't her fault. There just wasn't enough wellness competitors because she did win.
Right.
There just wasn't enough wellness competitors for her to get a pro card at Battle of Unrivaled.
Well, good correction, because I didn't know that. My bad. I'm moving to be Ocho now.
Oh man.
Shout out to, I don't know his real name. I just know Instagram name. So shout out to Buff Diesel. He's on Team Nonstop, classic guy. He looked absolutely phenomenal at the show. Major shout out to him. He showed up, showed out. I think that classic lineup, honestly, dude, like when I say there were so many guys, I would probably say about out of the 12 to 15 guys that was there, guys came in peeled to this show. Like I saw a few guys, I was like, dang, like y'all coming like this on the amateur level, but a couple guys came in there with that pro level conditioning. Some of them just didn't maybe have the size to beat Buff Diesel, but he looked good. What are you laughing for, man?
I'm still trying to figure out what pro level conditioning is for Classic. I don't know.
And for our bikini winner, Amanda Cortez, she looked absolutely phenomenal as well. She won the bikini. Tina said Classic be taking over shows, and that is a fact. Like these Classic guys are coming out ready to compete. Amanda Cortez, who won bikini category, she looked good as well. And I know there was a pro, there was a Masters pro, but I do not have her name. I'll most likely find it, throw her in the reel after this. But I do know who she is. I just don't know her name. Couldn't find it before the episode. And last but not least, my client, my lady, TC, she swept the show. She swept the show. She got one debut, novice, open, and masters. Took over the whole show. You know what I mean? So the first female pro for Egoless Strength, taking home all 4 categories.
My dog.
Why you got that big Kool-Aid smile on, bro? What's up with you, bro?
My dog. Hey, so you've been there for the past 8 years from Queen City. So what's one critique you will give Will and Tide to make that show better, to take it to the next level?
I mean, honestly, I don't, you know me, like I said, I'm biased and I always want to offer constructive criticism. And I could talk all day about all the things that I've seen positive, right? And I think the one thing that was out of their control, like this isn't even on the show, was that the polygraph line, I felt like in my experience of doing polygraphs, even at big shows, it just took a very long time for people to get into the polygraph room. I know for TC, she was in line for about 30 minutes. Then I told her to go get tanned, and I waited in line. She came back after getting tanned and still waited an additional like 30 minutes. So that's not really on the show because I mean the only constructive criticism I really say is just keep loving on the competitors the way they do. Because the one thing about them is they provide an experience. I think all the stuff we talked about in our promoter series, I would love to have them two go on next year.
Right.
As soon as you walk in, you see this huge banner for people to take pictures in front of. You have Will and Todd both greeting you at the show. Todd's running this show back behind the scenes. You got Kai running around being the expediter. So, I mean, honestly, like I have nothing but positive things to say about the show.
Absolutely. And I love what you said about loving on the competitors. When a promoter is genuine and they got pure and great intentions, then their show will get better and better each year because word of mouth through the athletes will make that show better. One thing that I've learned this year, some of these promoters are fake as fuck. So we're going to discuss that on the end of year recap. But hey,
I need to quit laughing at you, bro. I'm gonna just start straight facing, bro. Cause you just be catching me off guard sometimes. We are live,
all right,
sir.
but hey, what's next on the docket, man?
I think we was going to talk about overseas shows, man. How there's a lot of attention on international overseas shows. So, what is your take on that, man?
I honestly think WNBF. I think they are doing it right, and to me, I think their presence is more overseas than it is in the States.
Right.
I don't think they have that many shows in the States, but their overseas is presence is really there. And they just had their Worlds 2 weeks ago
in the United States.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think next year somebody says it's gonna be like in Canada or something. Okay. I don't know the winners, but I'm just curious to see how many actual American winners they had at WNBF Worlds this year and how many other countries actually won the show this year. So I'll be curious to know that. But I see OCB is trying to make their presence known overseas now. So I wish them well with that. I think they have some good promoters in place to make that happen. They have Will. He actually did a show in London this year.
Great Britain, and then you got Jennifer, who's going to France next year.
Right.
We got, what else is it? We have Saudi coming up, and what's the other one? There's one more. Australia. I think Australia was last year as well.
Right. We're getting all types of comments now. There's a show March 21st, WNBF. Okay. But yeah, man. So I think as long as you can hold the integrity that you have here in the United States overseas when it comes to the OCB, when it comes to testing and everything, I think it'd be just fine. I know we see, it shouldn't be like this, but we see some of them people overseas that compete in the natural world. I'm like, there's no way they're natural. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they're able to keep up with everything over there, I think they'll do a great job. So
no, yeah, I 100% agree with you. I don't know if you've seen the post today, but the post about, us having the biggest, or I'm gonna say OCB having the biggest presence in the United States. And I was just like, yeah, like I feel like we're definitely the biggest organization in the United States. But like you said, we have the right people in place when they go overseas. Like I said, if people can produce and promote a well show over here, for them to take it back to, most of the time they're taking it back to their home country or home place, and they're going to promote that show just with as much pride as they do here. So like I said, they have like Jennifer, Will. I forgot the Australian promoter's name, but she came to the Yorton a couple years back.
She brought a couple of people to the Yorton this year.
Right. and her show does well over there because the winners from that show actually came to the Yorton this year in the past couple years. So I think they have the right people in place to definitely, you know, expand the vision of what their organization wants or what the OCB wants. But like I think you hit it right on the head with like the WNBF. I know their presence is heavy overseas, very heavy, and I don't know if that's a place that we can really compete with them, especially overseas. But I know the OCB mission is to be the biggest organization, no matter where you're at. So I definitely can see the vision.
With that, it's fine to be the biggest organization, but you still got to take care of your home front also. So don't forget about the people that's still here that's supporting whatever they got going on.
No, 100%. I'm trying to think of even. I got to do some more research on who's the Saudi promoter. But then we also have the shows in Hawaii as well.
Hawaii is U.S.
United States, but it's still out there. Come on, man. Don't do this. We lie. Don't do this.
Yo, you did it.
hey, we're gonna be going back and forth. Let's not do this.
Hey, that's like saying, oh man, we have a show in Puerto Rico. You know, that's United States, dog. What you talking about?
All right, you got it, bro. You got it. I ain't even gonna go back and forth with you. What are your thoughts about pros competing internationally as an amateur?
What are your thoughts?
I think my thoughts is it just depends on your reasoning for competing, right? Especially as an amateur. If you're saying I'm from the United States and I want to go compete internationally, if you're going there for the experience of getting your pro card, or if you're going there to just compete and enjoy, like kind of have a vacation afterwards, I'm all for it. But I'll always kind of give the advice to my athletes is, depending on what you're thinking about, most people want to compete in front of their family, their friends, and things of that nature. So, or we all know this is an expensive sport. So depending on what your reasoning is for going over there, like if you want to just get your pro card, you can get your pro card in the United States. But if you want to go there for the experience and, you know, say I wanted to go to Great Britain to get my pro card, that pro card is going to be used the same way in Great Britain than it is going to be here. So if I could get it here, I probably will. But if I want to just go to London and say after that show, I'm going to take a vacation, that's a whole nother reason of why I would go over there. What you got?
I agree with you with that. For me, is what's the reasoning? Because if I can spend less money here in the States and get my pro card, then I'm gonna do that. And I'm just trying to think of what organizations are overseas that I would want to try to go get a pro card in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm already a pro, what organization would I want to travel overseas and try to get their pro card in? So, I mean
technically we have to technically we got to compete as the amateur as WNBF.
Yeah, but if WNBF got shows here in the States, then I'm gonna take my chances here in the States. I'm not about to go overseas, and then if it don't go my way, I'm gonna be pissed off that I just spent all this money traveling overseas and got my butt whooped.
Hey, that's why you take a vacation afterwards, relax, decompress, and just let it go. I wonder what other questions we got. If y'all have any more questions, or if y'all in the chat, please drop some questions. We had one more topic. What was that other topic we had? Is the natural community broken?
I know when we first started this podcast, man, I'll just take over this topic. When we first started this podcast, everybody was talking about natural bodybuilding coming together. And I think at one point in time, we all did come together, and it was a strong bond. And now I'm just seeing so much divide in natural bodybuilding. And I know they do it just for fun, so I'm not trying to shit on them. But there's another podcast. They post stuff for clickbait or whatever, Like, is WNBF Worlds better or is Ben Weeder natural better? Like, it doesn't matter. We're both natural organizations, whatever, trying to come together for a common cause. So for them to post stuff like that, I'm like, that's kind of dividing the sport once again. It's already hard enough for us naturals to go on stage and get the same quote unquote publicity as these other folks. And once you start doing that, you're just dividing the sport. And then another thing, which is still, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago on our podcast, man. As soon as somebody get caught up with some stuff, bro, everybody come just throwing rocks at the house, man, and just bringing that person down. And that's something I don't like either. So to me, I feel like the natural landscape is shifting a little bit. I think more of that division is coming. And personally, I don't like it.
That's a good take. That's a good take. But I got something now. But I think for me, for my honest opinion about is the natural community broken, it depends on what front are you talking about. And I got a story from this weekend of how a guy named Ernest came up to me at the show and was just like, yo, you guys do Let's Talk About It. I'm familiar with you and Jamal. Like, y'all are, speaking and doing something dope. Like, I watch your show. We took a picture and things like that. And I think the natural community as we know it, like people who are actually inside of it, that's actively competing, that's rubbing elbows with each other, I think it's never been stronger in the sense of the people who's inside of the sport. When it comes down to people comparing different organizations versus different organizations, I think that's always a talking point because controversy is what get people clicks. Could it cause a divide? Absolutely. But I think for the people who's inside of the sport, who knows the motive, we kind of ignore it. Like even kind of when they did the whole Mr. America thing and put you, Jay, and Domain against each other. And it's like people just want something to talk about constantly. Whether it's good, positive, or indifferent, they're going to talk about it regardless. But like I said, from most of the podcasts that I have seen, they're usually picking up athletes. Like no matter what I think people feel about this podcast or whether people watch, we do nothing but pick up promoters. We pick up shows. We pick up athletes. And we shout out a lot of different people to try to spread the knowledge of natural bodybuilding. And I think even with the whole NPC natural thing, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about it. But for us, it's like naturals are being noticed, whether it's in our organization, whether it's in other organizations, natural bodybuilding is being noticed. So we can't really be mad that a bigger screen is just being put on the NPC because they're doing it. But it's like, why not just grow the sport of natural bodybuilding and just be a part of the growth? Because a couple years back, natural bodybuilding got no publicity as to what it's getting now. So I think by people as a whole putting down another organization or putting down technically the NPC for doing it is just like they're just bringing light to natural bodybuilding. If your only mission is to grow natural bodybuilding, it should be a problem where they're doing it at.
I agree with that.
I should run for president after that.
Nah, you shouldn't. Nah, I totally agree, and I just think, man, there's just so much. Which we're going to save it for next week. There's just so much.
Comment right there. It says international shows may give federal and state employees and military personnel stationed overseas for 2 years stationed overseas for 2-year tours and opportunities to compete while stationed overseas. So that's a really good option as well if you're, an amateur and you want to compete overseas. No. Using the military, you should know that. You could have competed when you was deployed.
No, I couldn't because I was in the sandbox, so no, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. So
I saw you lifting those sandbags and those sand weights over there, man.
Oh man, you got anything else over there?
No, those are all the comments I have. And we haven't did a live top 5 yet, man. What should our top 5 be today? Live top 5.
Come on, chat. Give us some ideas.
Give us a top 5 that we should do. We need y'all.
We've been rambling for 30 minutes now. All right.
What's up, Richard? What's up, Rico?
What's your plans next year, man? Are you taking the year off? Do you plan on competing? Are you going to step outside the box? What you gonna do next year?
What does stepping outside the box mean? I ain't in no box.
Are you gonna step outside the OCB, dog? Are you gonna hop off the porch?
I think for me, I did have a decent amount of shows planned for next year. I don't think I'm going to follow through with that. I'm going to reassess my list just because of different business ventures I would like to take, especially having the team growing. Right. I have a lot of athletes and some new athletes that I plan on joining soon. So therefore, I will be kind of focusing more on coaching, but still hopping off the porch and still kind of trying to submit a few things next year. Tina did say Eric Go Classic. That was on my list for next year. So I think I was going to do a show where I could do Classic and men's physique. So of course that will have to be outside of the OCB because I would want to do those in the same show, not separate shows. But yeah, I think my main goal is next year is the main plan is to rack up and get my athletes in the best position they can be just to be successful next year. So whenever I find time to compete inside of that, that's just what's going to happen. But I think the priority is going to be them first and then myself second.
Look at that. We call that selfless service in the military. Good job.
Thank you. So what's your plan, sir?
Man, I'm gonna just go where the wind blows me. Honestly, I don't have no set shows set for next year. I think the last couple of years I gave so many people so much of my time. I'm not doing that next year. I'm only going to rock out with the people that I know that's genuine. As far as promoters, help them out if they need my help. As far as judging or the case may be, and that's a select few, to be honest with you. There's no shows that's on my list next year. So we'll see if that changes. And if so, I think I'm gonna go a different route.
Oh, that boy about to shoot up.
Don't tell nobody. Damn.
Hey, we got a few top 5. So let's go ahead. We're gonna try to knock them out as fast as possible. Top 5 favorite gym shoes. Well, I wear the same shoes to the gym every day.
Yeah, bro, I came in. Yeah.
All right, let's do it though. I'm still gonna go. Top 5 favorite gym shoes. Let's go.
No, bro, because I don't wear different shoes to the gym.
So you ain't gonna just lie? Just lie.
No, I'm not. Dog.
Nobody will know. Just lie.
I ain't about to lie to these folks. Top 5 cookies
or desserts.
I can get
Julia,
down
you know,
with top 5
Julia,
cookies,
you know
bro.
what you're doing now. Come on.
Hey, I can get down with top 5 cookies now.
All right, let's do it. Top 5 cookies, desserts. That'll be it. So what we got? You go first.
Man, I'm gonna keep it simple first. Chocolate chip.
Subway cookies. You said chocolate chip? Oh, I thought you were gonna name the brand. Oh man. I gotta take banana pudding away from you. So I know you can't say banana pudding. So banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
Gotta be first.
I love me a good Cinnabon, dog.
Touche. Y'all know I talked about it so many episodes, but them 7-Eleven cookies, man. Y'all, I can't let those slide by. 7-Eleven cookies. Oh, you got some?
Hey, these things are fire. I ain't gonna lie. And thank you, Julian, for talking about Oreos. Hey, these things right here, these blueberry pies. Oh my God. So this is third for me.
I can't even cap. This Thanksgiving, my mom made sweet potato pie, but she put cheesecake in it. So it was sweet potato pie cheesecake. And it was fire.
Okay.
Fire. That's 3.
Okay, my 4th one would be, man, I keep it simple for us Southern folks, man. I got to go with the Bo-Berry biscuit, dog.
All right, I got. Hold on. Somebody said they hold cabinet full of Oreos. Jesus, who that? Oh, Rico. Hey, send me some. I'll send you my address once we get off of here.
Rico
Just send
actually
me-
showed me his stash, bro. He do got a lot of Oreos. I said, yo, this is crazy.
So then I think my four. I'm gonna keep it real Southern because you gotta have an apple pie. And I'm talking about like the Checkers apple pie with the cinnamon and the sugar on the outside of it that comes fresh out the grease.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say this last one or not, dog. I don't know if I want to say it, bro.
I'm waiting.
Good walk, dog. Every night, bro.
What? This is why you can't take people nowhere, bro. They're always playing. Always playing. Jesus. All right, so my top man. So yeah, Tina, check out those 7-Eleven cookies. They got some really fire cookies. They're about 400 calories per cookie, but they're delicious, absolutely delicious. I'm trying to reel the show back in. I'm just trying to reel it back in, y'all. So my number 5 is the Otis Spunkmeyer muffins that you could get from Sam's Club, and they come in like a variety pack. The banana nut muffin, I will go with that one, and I will leave Jamal with his number 5.
Boy, sheesh.
Boy, you look like you reminiscing on it right now. You good?
Boy, you stupid. You stupid, dog. Yo, you a wild guy. You a wild guy, bro.
They say laughter is good for your soul, man. That's it.
Oh man, go ahead. Hey, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. Hey, y'all, but we appreciate everybody who tuned into this episode and stayed this long because y'all wouldn't have caught that if y'all did not watch this episode. But we appreciate everybody who tuned in. Hope you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe underneath this. We'll be dropping clips from this show, and hopefully that makes one of the clips. But until next week, we'll be doing our grand finale. I like that we went live today, so I feel like we'll be going live next week as well. Hey, next Tuesday, my birthday, bro. So we're going to be going live on that day.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. So until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.